Luke 12:3. Therefore whatsoever ye have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which ye have spoken in the ear in closets shall be proclaimed upon the housetops. Luke 8:17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. With everything that has been revealed in the last 2 weeks, if you have questions and want to know more, there is a Facebook page set up called Victims Group, Church of God Restoration. It's set up to help anyone who may need help. There are people who care. There will be other platforms we will use to expose the COGR. They don't want people to know the truth. That's why they have flagged our videos. They don't want you to know the truth. What else are they hiding? $500,000 taken to build a brand new house after telling you to downsize, and Henry is begging for money on different funding sites. You have a right to know where your money is spent. They confessed they mishandled money. Demand an audit. There's more to be revealed. Stay tuned.
To all of Canadian members, ex-members, friends and families of the Church of God, Restoration Aylmer, Ontario. What you are about to hear is difficult, but you deserve the truth. A 3-hour recorded internal meeting of the Church of God, Restoration leadership has surfaced. It was recorded in Aylmer, on Canadian soil, with U.S. leadership present. What's on that recording is devastating. Pastor Henry Hildebrand admitted on camera that he knew his own congregation was being forced to give money. These are his exact words. On the Apostles' chat I wrote, "Brethren, what will we do with how we are forcing people to give money? The single sisters, the young families, the way we are demanding the money." Henry Hildebrand. He knew he watched single mothers and young families get squeezed. He saw your parents and grandparents pressured into selling their homes and emptying their retirement savings, all to send the money across the border to Ohio. What did he do about it? He didn't call the police. He didn't report it to the Canada Revenue Agency. He didn't stand in front of his congregation and say, "Stop, this is wrong." Instead, he wrote a letter to the same men running the scheme, and then he signed it, not to protect you, but to protect himself. Listen to his own words. "I signed that for that reason, in case all this would go to court, that we had taken the money from the people, that I could tell the court that I was against it." Henry Hildebrand. Read that again. He didn't sign it to stop the abuse. He signed it so that when the day of reckoning came, he could point to a piece of paper and say, "I was against it," while doing nothing to stop it, while continuing to pastor the very congregation that was being drained. A shepherd who watches the wolf devour his flock and only writes a note saying, "I disagree," is no shepherd at all. That is not leadership. That is not protection. That is self-preservation at the expense of every family who trusted him. And it gets worse. He didn't just watch, he was part of it. He used the word "we." What will we do with how we are forcing people to give money? He wasn't an outsider looking in. He was at the table. Meanwhile, the money you gave, the homes you sold, the retirements you emptied went across the border to Ohio into the hands of Ray Tinsman and Stephen Hargrave, into private LLCs, into personal land purchases, into large homes. Canadian Apostle Benjamin Tofstege admitted on the same recording that he received congregational money for personal land in Ohio and purchased a large home with church funds. Ray Tinsman himself admitted the authority they used to demand your money was a false, elevated position. If the position was false, then every dollar taken under that authority was taken under false pretenses. It is time to act. You don't have to stay silent. You don't have to be afraid. You can file anonymously. Every agency listed in the document below accepts anonymous complaints. We have put together a complete step-by-step guide written specifically for Canadian members. It covers exactly who to report to, what to say, and includes copy and paste templates you can use today. Find us on Facebook at Church of God, Restoration Victim, Support Group is a dedicated action center for individuals impacted by the financial practices of the Church of God Restoration, headquartered in Greenville, Ohio. Moving beyond social media drama, this group provides current and former members with the essential tools to demand transparency, including step-by-step guides for filing anonymous reports with the IRS and the Ohio Attorney General regarding missing funds, real estate coercion, and wage theft. Our mission is to transform collective evidence, such as recorded transcripts and apology videos, into formal accountability while providing a safe, supportive space for members in Ohio, Indiana, Canada, and Mexico to recover their assets and heal from spiritual exploitation.